What's up, guys? This is weird. It's been so long since I got behind the mic to do a little commentary. Technically, the last one I did was when I was reviewing Black Ops 6 Zombies because I just despised it, detested everything about it, how it just wasn't the same as the older games. The last time I did a commentary just chatting about nothing in particular was like 4 years ago when I was younger and full of enthusiasm about life, and now that it's been a little while, I wanted to get back into making videos. I felt burnt out for a little bit. I think because a lot of the videos that I want to make are so like edit heavy to where I get sick of making videos and then I get back into it, then I lose interest again. Just a cycle that repeats itself. It's vicious because I want to make videos. It's just I don't have as much time as I used to. Trying to build a healthy, long-lasting relationship with the missus, who I am madly in love with. Trying to move up at my job, trying to get a master's degree while also trying to go to the gym and stay healthy. So I've got quite a bit on my plate, but I still want to make time for my hobbies and my passions, so I figured it would be a good time to actually be consistent with the commentaries again. You know, they're low effort, and it's therapeutic for me because I do like to talk to myself. I get to put the classic YouTube commentary music behind it, and I actually need to start looking into Plutonium to play the old school COD multiplayers. That would really make it feel super nostalgic, but for now it's just Dark Souls footage of me trying to get all the pyromancies. I actually did get them right before I recorded this, so it actually wasn't too bad. Getting them all in Dark Souls 3 was just... and the rings were the worst, actually, now that I think about it. I think the only bad one was the Warmth Pyromancy, where you have to grind like 30 vertebrae shackles in the catacombs. That shit was horrendous. But yeah, I wanted to start up the commentaries again, just chatting about life. Just chatting about everything and nothing at the same time. I do miss it. It was very fun. I don't know who uploaded his videos, but there is a channel that has a lot of legit Gaming 360's old videos and a lot of commentaries that he did, and just inspired me to get back into it myself. A lot of people probably don't even know that name, but Legit Gaming 360 was an old school YouTuber. He was popular in like 2012, I think. 2013. First time I watched a video of his was the 2,150 Shinonuma world record that he broke, and ever since then I've just been following him, and he always seemed like such a chill dude to me. 17, 18-year-old guy just telling funny stories about his past and playing video games. That guy who camps always struck me as really cool, chill guy too. He was absolutely sick at Call of Duty, multiplayer and zombies, so he's also been a big inspiration for me to do videos like this again. I'm definitely going to go out of my comfort zone to just rant, not worry about scripting what I'm going to say. That's what I used to do a lot, but that just takes way longer than videos like this need to take. Other than like a notepad that I'll have out on my phone to check what topics I should talk about that have been on my mind, it'll be just completely unfiltered and my crazy ass thoughts. Starting, I guess, with the Modern Warfare 4 reveal, that ending especially, I've been thinking about a lot. How Ghost is all of a sudden turning on Price and hunting him down, saying you broke a lot of rules. But in my opinion, I think it's just for marketing purposes, and it's gonna just be like a fake out. I think they'll definitely find their way back to each other. I wish that they honed in more on Makarov and him starting World War III, because apparently, due to the leaks, he dies like 2 minutes into the game, or 2 missions into the game rather. Like, Price beats the crap out of him. So already we're off to a disappointing start. It's just like they want to forget that Modern Warfare 3 even happened because it was so rushed, so forced. Besides like Ghost going against Price, supposedly, I really have no interest in it. I've never really had interest in Call of Duty for a long, long time, outside of the old games, because I love playing zombies still, which I definitely am going to upload more custom zombies maps to my channel, because I think that'll be fun to revisit a lot of them that I played as a kid on World at War. Even on Black Ops 3 too, because I figured out how to get that working. You know, Call of Duty just hit different when YouTube was in its prime. I guess it was just the perfect combination, you know, like the golden age of Call of Duty and along with YouTube, when neither of them were really both like regulated and heavily influenced by like big time executives and things like that. Speaking about old school YouTube, KSI officially leaves the Sidemen, which honestly, are we really even surprised? I know I wasn't. You know, when I read that, I was kind of like, yeah, that makes sense, because he's always struck me as the most arrogant of the group, the most self-absorbed. You know, the other 6 guys, you know, Toby, Vic, Josh, Harry, Simon, Ethan, you know, they always came off more as just your average guys just getting together as friends to make funny videos, but KSI always seemed like he had something to prove. At first I thought it was fake, honestly, because he's done this kind of thing before, where he left the Sidemen and then Harry made a diss track, completely destroyed him. That is now, I'm sure, over 80 million views. The last time I checked, it was like 76 million. Honestly, good riddance. I'm glad he's gone. Although his laugh is hilarious, along with Ethan's, and both of them together was just entertaining to watch and to hear. Let KSI be obsessed with himself and Mr. Beast away from the Sidemen, because honestly, he was holding them back. Speaking of obsessed, that movie was incredible. In my opinion, it really did live up to the hype. My girlfriend and I saw it a few weeks ago, and I went into it completely blind. I had no idea what it was about. I just heard from my girlfriend that it was popular and that a lot of people were going to see it. You know, we were buying the tickets on the app, the AMC app, and I looked and like the whole thing was almost packed out, the theater. And I'm like, wow, she wasn't lying. You know, we went and saw that. I was expecting something just mediocre, forgettable. You know, we saw like Undertone a few months before that. That was another great horror film. Like, I never thought anything would top that. You know, that ending left me almost pissing myself, holding on to my girl for dear life. But man, Obsession was great. The soundtrack sent chills down my spine every time, you know, Nikki came back on screen, and or when she did the reverse walk. That shit, oh. Or like when she's standing in the corner of the room while Bear is sleeping and she has the Uncanny Valley makeup on when she's crying. I really think what makes a good film in general, but especially a good horror film, is if it sticks with you. That shit absolutely stuck with me. Then I went on Twitter to see what other people are saying about it, and I'm telling you, I was smiling from ear to ear when I saw that it beat out The Mandalorian and Grogu at the box office. A $200 million production was beaten out by a movie by an indie filmmaker who had like 700 grand to make his movie. I love when Hollywood loses, really do. Brings tears to my eyes, tears of joy. Then I started reading all the fan theories about like what Nikki was possessed by and analyzing her movements, and like when Bear opens the picture, the Polaroid at work, and she's smiling while he's sleeping, and it says "not me" under the picture. Nikki was trying to communicate with Bear like that's not really her, it's like she's possessed. You know, some people said that Nikki was possessed by Bear's cat, which also is a really good theory. I even read somewhere that like Nikki was wearing the scalp of Sarah after she killed her, which I was completely dumbfounded by. Things like that you don't even realize on the first watch until you go back and see it again, and then you're like, holy shit. You know, you have that click moment in your head, like finding a shortcut in the Dark Souls games. Bravo to everyone involved. It's honestly going to be film of the year. And speaking of scary shit, the Mandela Catalog Volume 6 creeped me out just as much. You know, I've always loved analog horror. Wendigoon made a lot of great videos on the whole genre, especially Mandela Catalog. And when I found out that the 6th volume was released, I immediately clicked and was blown away. Just in case you didn't see it, spoiler alert, when Adam finally turns into the alternate he was always meant to be, and he like knocks his teeth out with his tongue, and he like tears his skin like it's construction paper. And you know, they had that segment before it when he's like, "Egads, who is that?" And then his face comes up on the mirror. It makes my stomach turn every single time I think about it. And then when the guy's camera dies, I forgot his name, when they go to like that abandoned house to meet Adam, the boy and the girl, I forgot who they were, and then like his giant ass head peeks over the mirror, and then the camera dies, so you only get like snapshots, like blurry images of the guy running away like out of the house, and you see Adam's big ass chasing him and calling after. Oh yeah, what was it, like Noah and Amanda? That's what he was like, Noah, Amanda. I was like, oh. And then of course, like at the end, Alex Kister always does a great job with the allegories and the metaphors when he's talking about, oh, the hunter never went fishing again. And you know, I love good analogies like that. So I'm very excited for the next installment. I'm very excited for Wendigoon to make another video about it. Hell, I might even make a video about it. Who knows? That'll be interesting to talk about. The one thing that always clears my head whenever I watch something scary like a movie or a video is going to work, packing out boxes of milk all day and breaking down shipments from the truck, and it always takes my mind off of whatever I'm worried about or thinking that day. I work at Stop and Shop, and I've been there for over 2 years now. I work in the dairy department, and I liked it a whole lot better than produce. It's where I started, like the first 6 months. They needed help in dairy, so I volunteered to go over there, and I liked it a lot better, so I stayed there permanently. Fortunately, I'm joining, or I think I'm already in it. I don't know how it really works, but I'm pretty sure I'm in the Rising Stars program, where they give you a packet to fill out of all the things that you learned, and your manager or supervisor checks it off, endorsing you, or guess, or vouching for you. So hopefully when the current manager leaves for law school in a few months, I could take over his place. It's not like my ideal career, obviously, but I'm very grateful for the opportunity to even have work, because I see all these horror stories about people struggling to get jobs and interviews, and it always freaks me out. So I hope that I can stay with this store that I'm at and this company for a very long time and work my way up the corporate ladder, as they say. The only downside, I think, to the program, or when you go like full-time, you become a manager, is there's a risk of you getting transferred to another store. Probably won't be too far from home, but still, you know, I like the store that I'm at. It's like 10 minutes from my house, but other than that, they train you in basically all the departments, so you have experience to run the store and to be eligible for being a store manager if that's what you wanted to do one day. Fingers crossed that it works out. I know that I'm going to do the best I can to make it happen, or to make something happen. I just hope that the stars align for this one, because I really want to have kids and get married to my girlfriend and have a beautiful life together. You know, the American dream kind of seems impossible with the state of the country, and our president's just an absolute madman, but doesn't mean I'm going to quit, doesn't mean I'm going to give up. I'm still going to make the best with what I've got, and nothing really much you can do other than that. Life's going to shake out the way it does, and you just have to deal with it. We're also going to have to be dealing with how this NBA Finals turns out, because the Knicks have been on fire. The Spurs have also been extremely consistent. They had a devastating loss in Game 3 like 2 nights ago, and I'm really hoping we can bring it back because they haven't won a championship since like, what, the 70s, I'm pretty sure. I think my uncle said like 1953, and I'm like, that can't be right. So I think it was like in the 70s. You know, like, we didn't even win a championship with Patrick Ewing, one of the greatest to ever do it. So I really hope that Towns and Hart and Brunson and the rest of the guys can make history. If they win, New York's going to be in a state of emergency, and if they lose, they will also be in a state of emergency. So yeah, that's just some things that have been on my mind recently. I'm definitely going to keep a list of all the topics that I want to discuss in my little commentaries, just chatting about life, and I'm excited to make more like this. You know, they don't take a lot of editing, they don't take a lot of time to record, and they're very simple and straightforward, so I will definitely be making more of these. So I'm gonna wrap it up, because I gotta go to work in like an hour and a half, so I'm gonna edit this video and post it. Thank you all for watching, and as Legit Gaming 360 always says, if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, and if you didn't like it, dislike the video. I'm out.